Are you guys ready for your headliner? That's not enough. Are you guys ready for your headliner? Keep it going for Ryan McComb, everybody!
What's up, nerds? Hope you're having a great night. Harry Riley, Rob Wentz, Jay Bird, open up. All right, that's good. That was nice. That was good. I like Rob as a host because he goes 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. It's like those videos you see of the roller coasters. You boom, if the guy's getting neck damage, that's Rob as a host. So that's good. Harry, Harry's like one of my favorite people on the whole planet. I was like, you know what, I'll have Harry feature, make a great show for everybody. What a mistake that was, man. I could have had Jay feature, man. This is bullshit, dude. Harry did way too good. Big issue, we're here, we're doing it, we're here. Uncomfortably close to people. That looks awful out there. That looks terrible, man. It's cold in here though, that's good. It's hot outside. I moved into a new place and it turns out my air conditioner does not work very good at all. Did not know that. And now it's just basically my air conditioner is basically like I could hire a dude to just sit there in the corner and just go. Basically what's going on in my apartment. I left the house. I left the house at 6. 101 degrees outside. I opened a window to make it cooler inside. I'm like, yeah, we'll get some breeze going through. My dog doesn't know what the fuck's going on. She doesn't have an Instagram account, so she hasn't seen screenshots of the weather report. She's like, I don't know what the hell's going on. She's like, yeah, there's ice cubes in my drink. Must be a special occasion. We're getting fancy here, man. It's very confused. We're here. We're doing it. 2020 was wild, man. I'm so glad we're all here. When 2020 was crazy, a lot of crazy stuff happened. Taylor Swift released Folklore and Evermore. Any other fans in the house? A bunch of women and me. That's cool. That's cool. We're both great. That's good, man. I think I don't have kids now. But when I have kids in the future and they have to interview me about 2020 for a school project, that's what I'm going to focus on. Like, yeah, your mom put out 2 albums at you. That's that whole joke. That's it. It's me hooking up with Taylor Swift twice. Trying to manifest it in reality, going pretty good. So, it's good, man. Big year, dude. Big year. Started seeing a therapist. That was fun. We got into all sorts of stuff. Yeah, that's someone who thinks I need therapy over there. That's good. It was good, man. We're getting all sorts of stuff. Like she told me, she goes, I think you might be non-confrontational. I didn't agree with her, but I want to bring it up. I want to ruffle any feathers. We started getting the Enneagrams. You guys know the Enneagrams? Again, a bunch of women and me. That's cool. It's a numbered list of personality types, right? 1 to 9, I think. I thought I was a 9. She thought I was a 6. Not the first time in my life I've had that argument with a woman. I'm a 9. She's like, you're 6. Definitely a 6. Maybe a 7 if I've been drinking, but other than that, no. Can't afford a therapist anymore. So what I've started doing, since I can't afford a therapist, you guys can do this too. What I've started doing is I just park really far away when I go to the grocery store. And then I make them help me out with my bags. I just dump all my problems on the bag boy. It works, you guys. You can do it. They have to listen. They can't plug their ears. Their hands are full of groceries. They have to listen. A lot of people at grocery stores know a lot about my life, so that's going good, man. I had to stop seeing her. I got laid off, lost my health insurance. I'm like, oh, this would be a good time to have that resource, but I got laid off. It's cool. Everything's going fine. Buy some merch later. Yeah, last year I got laid off from my day job and I got laid off from comedy, which is my hobby. You ever get laid off from a hobby before? more crossword puzzles to do. I don't know. Phase 3, we'll look at bringing those back. I don't know. It's good. It's good to be back. Yeah, man. We're doing comedy in a real place, man. For a while there, I had to do comedy in Montana, which is the only thing worse than not doing comedy at all. It's terrible, man. Terrible place, terrible people. Like, it's kind of part of the country where like they don't separate their trash from their recycling because that would just give them 2 piles of shit to burn in their yard. Like you gotta burn a trash pile and recycle pile. This is too difficult. Doing a show up there in Scobie, Montana. Pretty awesome place. It's terrible. It's the worst. Like I went to a bar while I was up there to try and just hang out. At the bar, to distinguish between the bathrooms, on one bathroom door they had a picture of a male deer. On the other bathroom door they had a picture of a female deer. I'm like, this does not help me at all. I was hoping you had a human restroom in here that I could use. You just do it outside here? Okay, yeah. I got pulled over. It was a 15-hour drive to this show. I got pulled over like 90% of the way through it. I didn't know why I was getting pulled over. I thought the cops saw my Washington license plates and just stopped me to say thank you for visiting. I was getting a handshake in a jar of Huckleberry Jam and getting sent on my way. It's pretty bad though, guys. Hey man, I got you going 12 over. Why I go so fast out here? So I got to show up in Scobie, so I was trying to kill myself and make it look like an accident. Before you so rudely interrupted. The cop was nice on that. The cop was nice. He was like, hey man, I gotta go 12 over, but you don't have any previous tickets. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna up your speeding ticket down to 10 over. Your ticket is $20. And if you have cash, you can just pay me right now. I was like, this feels like a way bigger crime than the first one I committed. He took my money and left, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. That was the best part of that trip to Montana, was doing that bribery. That was the best part of that. That's the best part of that. I like those long drives for comedy, man. I'm terrified of dying in a car crash, man. Some of the statistics on car crash are crazy. Like, did you know you're much more likely to survive a serious car accident if you're drunk or asleep when it happens? Because your body's limp and absorbs the impact better. That's true. Scary stuff. Read that, changed my life. Now before I drive anywhere, I take 5 shots and 2 Ambiens just to be safe. The people at the table next to you clap during that joke. Maybe wait for them to leave tonight. I'm not sure if they realize that was just a joke. I'm just kidding around. It's a joke. I don't drink and drive, man. Here in Washington State, we have those signs up all over the place, like, please don't drink and drive in memory of so-and-so. They bum me out, but they also get me thinking, no matter how I die, I want my loved ones to put up a sign for me. No matter how I die. You guys are going to drive past a sign one day, you're like, man, I didn't know you could die just from eating 2 Taco Bell $5 box in one sitting, right there. Rest in peace, Ryan. I guess he didn't live Moss after all. No, it's not. I know how I'm going to die. I know how I'm going to die. You guys are going to drive past a sign one day. It's going to say, please don't take off your sweatshirt and drive in memory of Ryan. That's how I'm going. I'm going out 3 degrees too warm with my sweatshirt half off my dumb, pale body. Every time you get your sweatshirt halfway off and get stuck, you're like, thank God I can afford the thin sweatshirts that I can kind of see through. 5% visibility is keeping me on the road right now. I'm not a mechanic, but I know taking your sweatshirt off while you're driving is the best way to test the alignment of your car. I know that much. I'm on the opposite rumble strips. You're like, all right, I should get this in. Maybe I should take that long. I'm a good safe driver, man. I do a safe drive. I always slow down for school zones, as annoying as that is. You know, I bet the only people who like reduced speed school zones are child abductors. That's what I bet. Something like window shop and peace, you know? Think about it, that speed limit's 35, he cruised through at 15 miles an hour, you're sticking out like a sore thumb. Speed limit's 20 and you cruise by at 15, it just looks like you're being extra safe. Some of those school zones have lights that flash when kids are present. I bet child abductors look at those lights like I look at the hot donut lights at Krispy Kreme. Hot and fresh, goddamn. I'm gonna have to swing through and grab me a dozen of those sweet little things. That's just something I thought about. Came to some construction, they were talking about traffic fines doubling work zones. That's dumb, man. All that means is that traffic fines in non-work zones are half off. Why would we give them free? I'd be an idiot not to take advantage of these deals. Got down here pretty quick today. Pretty quick. Came past a billboard for a casino. It said, "Come add an extra comma to your bank account." That's when I learned I'm not good enough for that casino. Because they assume I already have a comma in my bank account. So I don't have a comma in my bank account. I have a hyphen in my bank account. Right at the beginning of it. Sometimes some parentheses based on how that list overdraft accounts. That is a punctuation I have in my bank account. People still have their political signs up in their yard with the "We Believe We Vote," you know, those stupid signs. I know it's like a Christian voting organization, but I think it's better if it's a group called like "We Believe We Vote." I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't really. If they come with 2 envelopes, I send it back. Pretty sure I voted. I don't know. This is a part of the show where I just tell you about all the signs I've driven by recently. So, buckle up. The rest of my set. Would that be great? My closer. I did. I'll tell you about my favorite sign. That's it. And then I'll get out. And then I'll stop talking about it because this part's just for me. Drive to Tri-Cities. You pass Connell, that prison there. You know, Coyote Ridge. You know it. You love it. There's a sign up outside Coyote Ridge. It says, "Please do not pick up hitchhikers." Who is that sign for? I'm pretty sure if you're dumb enough to pick up a hitchhiker outside of a prison, you cannot read. Speaking of which, my dad just got out of jail, so that's good. It was Facebook jail, but still pretty traumatizing. One of those guys that just always getting banned from Facebook and never has any idea. He's like, I don't know what's going on, man. This stuff's trying to hold me down. I talked to him once, he got banned from Facebook. I go, "What'd you do, man?" He's pretty upset. He goes, "I don't know, man. I posted this GIF of this girl flashing." What do you think Facebook is for? That's going to get banned 100% of the time. What is going on? He goes, "No, it's bullshit, dude. I got that gift from Facebook. Mr. Zuckerberg's titties, man." You think he went to Facebook jail through entrapment or something? Like, what was I supposed to do? I'll share. He has a backup plan though. My dad has a backup plan for when he gets banned from Facebook. He has Facebook accounts for his dogs. So you know he's been banned from Facebook when his dogs pop up on your timeline. What's going on, man? It's pretty sad. One of the dogs passed away since he made the Facebook account for it. So you just see this dead dog pop up and be like, "Dude, what are you doing, man? You got way more into politics since you died." What? It's no surprise you're a liberal after crossing over the Rainbow Bridge. So I have my dad's dog, Duke Ferdinand, on Facebook. I see some titties. It's a pretty good time. So it's good. I'm just glad he's out, man. Good to have my dad back. Good to have him back. Lots of exciting stuff going on. My sister is getting proposed to soon. Very exciting. It is. Bought the ring last week. Pretty nervous. We'll see how it goes. That's a joke. I'm not proposing to my sister. She's not my type at all. She's a redhead. Ooh, yeah, gross. Plus, I'm not a big fan of her dad. But other than that, really nice girl. Cool chick. Now, my sister got proposed to. She's engaged. Very exciting. We're all very excited about it. My dad texted me to let me know what's going to happen. That's how my dad communicates. He just texts. And just sending. You have relatives like that that just text. You're like, this is important, and you can call me. Your son. You never know, my dad. You'll get my phone will go off. You get a notification. I think it's something fun. It's just a text letting me know someone I know died. I'm like, oh, man, this is not the way I want to spend my day. My dad got a DUI. He texted me that night to let me know. Midnight, I get a text from my dad that just says, I got a DIU. I was disappointed in the charge and the spelling. I'm like, yeah, you should have got it. I don't know what happened. You earned this one, man. You earned this one. So yeah, man, he's texting me all this stuff. My sister getting married. I don't know, it's gonna be a while. I gotta find a date to the wedding. No, that's my focus right now, finding a date to the wedding. Gotta get a job probably, but we'll get it figured out. I don't know. Get it figured out. I think I'm sweet, but I'm not romantic. I think that's my problem. I'm sweet, but I'm not romantic. I'll go on the long walk on the beach with you, but it's not gonna be romantic. It's not. Unless you're very into guys that are pretty worried about riptides. That's me. I'm like, I think that's a riptide. She's like, this is a lake. I don't think those happen here, man. The ocean's just crazy. I don't think we talk enough about how crazy waves are. I don't think we talk enough about how crazy. People are like, it's so beautiful. Like all this water just going along, get some momentum, tips over. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. I don't know. The moon has something to do with it, I think. I don't know. You don't know either. They're pretty crazy. I think I'm still a big believer in Poseidon. Like that's how crazy the ocean is. Like the one dude is like, Poseidon? No, I think he's there. I was looking it up. Poseidon, did you know he's a Greek god in charge of the sea, storms, earthquakes, and horses? Did you know he's in charge of horses? I think they gave him horses because he was already in charge of seahorses. Like, I don't know, man. It's supposed to not do it. So I got to thinking. I was like, well, then who's in charge of the animals that do like the land and the sea? Is that like a split custody situation? So I looked it up, like turtles, for example, they do both. I'm like, who's in charge of those? So I Googled it. I said, which Greek god is in charge of turtles? First link that came up, Indeed.com. Google's like, we gotta get you a job, man. This is getting out of control, man. Way too much time in your hand, man. I think about a lot. Man. I like to think about because everyone was believing in Greek gods for a long time, and then it switched and they started doing other stuff, right? And I know it's not, but I like to think of it as a specific moment where it was like, hey, we're not doing Poseidon anymore. Like a fireman. What do you think the idea of a fireman started meaning a guy who puts out fires and stopped meaning like the one guy in the village who knew how to put out a fire? No? All right, whatever. This works. You guys should get laid off. It gives you time to think about stuff like this. So, that's good, man. Thinking about stuff like I've been doing nothing, man. I've been laid off for, 3.5, 4 months. The person who laid me off is in the front right now. Was it, man? 3.5 months. I worked for her 2 jobs in a row, and she laid me off from both of them. She reached out to me about the second job. She's like, hey, get hired here. I think there are layoffs coming. I'd love to do that again. That was a great time. Thanks for coming, Sarah. That means a lot. We're doing nothing, man. There has never been a better time in the course of human history to be doing nothing than right now. It is the best. Think about it. Like back in human history, if you didn't do your share, you'd die pretty quick, right? You didn't water your crops, whatever crops do, they die, and then you die, and that's it. You didn't do your share in the village, and they threw you in the river. You had to hope you washed ashore to a friendlier tribe. Nowadays, you can start an OnlyFans, you can be a sugar baby. I don't know, that's what I've been doing. It's been going pretty good. Good here, man. Do nothing, man. And kids these days are watching YouTube videos. Like, it's so easy to get like a little dopamine hit these days, you know? Kids these days watching YouTube videos of other kids opening toys and they get this little dopamine hit. Like, this is great. Parents hate it. You guys have kids that are doing that, watching unboxing videos of toys? Some of you would be mad about it, probably. I don't think you can get mad about a kid watching a video of someone opening something that they can't play with if you have ever paid money to go to a strip club. That's it. It's a hypocrite. That's it. So easy these days. Get a little dopamine hit going. You know, you can just post something to social media. You feel like you did something that day. A bunch of people like it. You're like, all right, I did something. I contributed to society. You know, you don't have to make your own thing. You can just post something that someone else posted. A bunch of people like it. You're like, you're right. I am pretty good at thinking things are funny. You're damn right. Yeah. I know that. I play video games. I play video games, and there's no more useless, meaningless dopamine drip on the planet than video games. I play video games all day. Go to bed. I'm like, yeah, I'm a level 8 moron now. This is normal. The numbers went up. I had a great day. This is it. Xbox and PlayStation, they have systems built in to like reward you for doing things. On the PlayStation, it's trophies. And like, you get a little trophy. It's the most meaningless thing. I got a trophy. A fake trophy for being good at digital baseball. And just for 1 second in my mind, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, hell yeah. I should get an extra trophy. I did that with the Seattle Mariners. This is incredible. It's great. The Xbox has a similar system. They're called achievements. That's what they call the Xbox, achievements. It's an insult to the definition of the word achievement. Disgusting. Sometimes they'll pop up and they'll have like a thing, they'll say like only 1.9% of gamers have unlocked this achievement. Try and make it sound like a compliment, but that is the saddest shit I have ever heard in my life. Video game players are nerds and losers. And out of all of them on the planet, I'm in the top 2%. Put 99 virgins and dorks in a room with me. Only one other person was sad enough to take the time to do what I just did. Your 70 gamer score, you total moron. That's what I've been up to. That's not true. I haven't been doing nothing. Inslee's gonna make me apply for jobs soon? Freaking jerk. What the hell's that about, man? Gotta apply for 3 jobs? What the hell? I get everyone hates me now. This is crazy, man. Bullshit, dude. I'm just like applying at NASA and stuff. I'm applying to NASA, I'm gonna apply to be a doctor. I'm like, I did it. I tried it. Give it a shot. There's 1 or 3, man. Take it or leave it. We'll be all right, whatever. I haven't been doing nothing. I'm going for a world record right now. Not currently. I'm going for world's longest fingernails. Got a ways to go, but I'm gonna get there, man. I'm gonna get there. Thank you for believing in me. You guys know the guy with the world record for the world's longest fingernails? You know that guy? Some of you? Oh, some of you guys are about to learn right now. Some of you guys look. I'm gonna talk about it for just a little bit. If you're eating right now, maybe take a little break, is what I'm saying. It's pretty gross. You've seen the pictures. You've seen the, Indian dude, like an 85-year-old Indian dude with the fingernails out on his left hand for like 60 years. Longest fingernails, 6.5 feet long. Combined length of all of his fingernails, 29 feet, 10.5 inches long. I know what everyone's thinking, like just go down to the full 30 feet, you freak. What are you doing, man? We're counting on him. He was in the news. Got his fingernails clipped off. He's moving on. At 85, he's like, this is pretty stupid, I think. This is I want to make the most out of these last 3 years on Earth, so. It was in an NPR article wrote about it. NPR wrote an article about it. Like, you know what? Despite the fingernails, he lived a relatively normal life. I'm like, bullshit, NPR. No, he did not. He's got 30 feet of fingernails. That is 10 years. There's a first down of fingernails on his hands. Not living a normal. I get a big enough zit on my nose. People don't treat me the same. That's not living a normal life. So I went to the real source to get the information on what kind of life this guy was living. Wikipedia. That's where I went. I looked him up on Wikipedia. Wikipedia told a very different story. Wikipedia says due to the size and weight of his fingernails, he had nerve damage in his left hand, obviously, but that nerve damage traveled up his arm and made him deaf in his left ear. There's not a normal, like going deaf from fingernails is not normal. NPR. The NPR over there, like, I don't know, man, he's a dad and a photographer. I'm like, this guy got laid? What? This is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. I go, he's a normal life. He's a dad and a photographer. I just think, like, what is he taking pictures of? I bet it's pictures of buildings or trees or other shit that does not have eyes. I bet that. This guy's not in charge of school picture day. I know that much. I think he should have gone to the NBA. That's what I think he should have done. Because right now the big thing in the NBA is wingspan, you know? And a 6'8" dude with a 7'2" wingspan, that's a pretty good prospect, yeah? I'd love to be that NBA scout and say, hey, I got a maybe second round draft pick, you know? 88-year-old Indian dude. Average size, 11-foot wingspan. He's incredible, man. I'd buy a jersey. I don't know, man. I'd buy a jersey. All right, I'll stop talking about that guy. He's getting pretty grossed out. So, move on with my life. My car got broken into. That happened. That was fun. It was a good time. It was I left the car door unlocked and the guy got in. But if you think that's my fault, that's called victim blaming, and it's not okay. It's 2021. Get your shit together, everyone. It's not victim blaming. So I wrote a letter to the guy who broke into my car. I would like to present that letter for you guys today. Dear bitch, it's me, the owner of the Jeep you rifled through. I bet you peeked into my window and thought, man, there's a lot of shit in there. It must be something worth my time. Wrong, gutterball. I bet you knew it the moment you opened the door and got hit in the groin with an avalanche of fast food receipts and mail I'm too scared to open. Yeah, it's a lot of Taco Bell receipts, it is, but each and every one of them represents a chance to win $500 by filling out a big survey. It's called an investment opportunity. So what'd you get out of the whole thing? I'm like, loose change and a scratch ticket I won $20 on, fine, it's okay. I hope you bought food with that money. And I hope when you were eating that food, you bit your lip really, really hard. I hope right as that bite was about to heal, you bit it in the same exact spot. I hope that food gave you diarrhea. About 3 minutes after you got into your next shower. I hope you got in, got all sudsed up, thought, oh no, I gotta take a shit. Do I get in, dry off, take a shit, or just sit straight down the toilet seat, get my toilet seat all wet? I don't know. Because I shouldn't have broken into that car. And I hope when you cash in that scratch ticket, you felt like a winner for once in your life. Chili cheese dick. Sincerely, Ryan McCombs. That's the letter I wrote to the guy who broke into my car. Can I get another beer, please, Rob? Absolutely. It's a White Claw, you're right. All right, he corrected me from the side. It's not a beer, is what he said. We got lemon. We're rocking lemon. No question. We'll see what Rob brings. What do you got? Mango? Take it back. No, okay, you're fine. Rob wins, everybody. Do it now. The little things that make you a great host, bringing up a beer pretty quick. Well, I might call it sorry, man. Yeah, man, guy broke in my car. That was crazy. And then I'm gonna tell you guys a story. It's a great story. It's a good story. What I need you to know before I tell you guys this story is that A, everything turned out pretty okay. All things considered, pretty okay. Everyone's alive. Things are fine-ish. Second part of the story is my mom gave me explicit permission to tell this story. So those are the two important things you need to know. But crazy thing happened to me last year. My mom's house got burglarized. Has that ever happened to you guys? Hopefully not. Make some noise if your house ever got. Oh, whatever you want to do. Yeah, that's crazy, man. crazy, man. It was a Friday night. My mom called me. She's like, hey, man. Or she didn't call me man. She said, hey, Ryan. Let me tell you, my mom was like, so dog, what you up to, man? She goes, hello, Ryan. It's probably how she called the moral of the thing, though. She goes, hey, I got locked. I just got home from work. I'm locked out of my house. I don't know what's going on. In the detached garage, things are all like ruffled up in the garage. I don't know what's going on. Can you come over and help? I'm like, hell, you kidding me right now? Absolutely. I love you. The most important person on the planet. I'll come help. Also, gives me a chance to cement myself as your favorite child forever. Yeah, I'll be right over. Yeah. No doubt about it. I am on my way. I'm going to speed. I'm going to do it. I'm going to speed through school zones. I don't give a shit. Get over, I have to help her like break into her house, you know. And like, you know when people talk about like adrenaline and like moms like lifting school buses off of kids and people like running through fires to save people. I get it now, because I had a bunch of adrenaline going and I had to go in this like side window that was up. I climbed up this ladder. I'm not good with hikes, but I climbed all the way up. I stood in that top part where they tell you not to stand. Like adrenaline was going, man. I was all over it. Got in the house, everything is everywhere. Like, I don't know if you know this about home burglars, but they aren't good about putting things back where they got it. Kind of a mess. Pretty rude, guys. I have to generalize with them. But so I let my mom in the house. I called the cops. It's a Friday night. The cops like, I don't know. We'll get there when we can, I guess. I don't know. We're sitting outside Barachos, see everything that's going on. That's kind of what we're doing right now. So we're doing that thing with our cars where we park them side to side but facing each other so we can talk to each other. I don't know what to say. We got most of our police force dedicated to doing that right now, so we'll get there when we can. It's not what she said. She was like, it's gonna be a little bit. I said, all right, well, we'll figure it out now. And like, I don't know, man, like when you're in it's a crime scene, right? You're supposed to touch things. So my mom and I are just like looking around things with our hands, like it's like the world's worst museum. You're like, oh wow, that's you got right in there, didn't you? Oh, wow. And like you can't absorb everything at once. There's too much going on. So things like slowly notice things. Like the robber, the guy that burgled my mom's house, left chips and hummus out. My mom's chips. He had a snack. And left it out. My mom, she's so sweet. She goes, well, the good news is that there were 2 things of hummus in the fridge. And that's the one that I like less, so that's good. If it was roasted garlic, we'd have a real problem on our hands. What are you talking about right now? There's like this 35mm camera left out in the kitchen. I like to imagine the robber about to steal it, and he's like, yeah, where do you even develop this stuff anymore? I don't know. Is Costco still doing this? I don't know what's happening. Costco membership's expired right now, so he set that down, went back, about his business. He sold a bunch of my mom's dimes. She collects dimes, like not fancy ones, just regular 10-cent. You know, she collects them. So he stole those. Like that's got to be the biggest pain in the ass burglar of all time. I'm like, dimes, lady? What are you talking about? Gotta go to Coin Store. Terrible news. So we kind of start looking around and stuff. And she has this desktop computer. I accidentally bumped the desktop computer. It wakes up. It's on the Facebook login screen. My mom makes a great observation. She goes, that's usually not there. All right, I'll look at this for you, Mom. You bet. Go to the history on the computer. Based on the history on the computer, this guy had been in my mom's house for 5 hours. Very concerning. Also explains the chips and hummus. Even burglars need snack time. It's important. Burger pretty good. There's no, like in the history, you can see that he made Facebook calls. I like to imagine, like, can I buy like an old camera? Any chance? No identifying information. It's the one time Facebook has ever kept privacy safe online. Is this time? So I'm like, all right, I'll tell the cops about that if they ever show up. I'll do that. We're there for a long time. So finally I called my friend who lives by my mom's house. I'm like, I need a drink. So I call her. I'm like, hey, do you have any booze? She's like, yeah, I got you. So I go, get some booze from her, talk to her for a little bit, come back, everything's still fine. The cops finally show up, and I'm so excited to tell him about what's going on with the computer. I'm thinking, like, I'll get like one of those sheriff badge stickers from him. Such a good helper. I'm like, Mom was the one that found us. Maybe you can get her a sticker too? Maybe? I don't know. She She had a long night, so the cop, one of the first questions he asked, he's like, are there any like cameras around there to take a look at? You know, do you see what's going on? My mom, she goes, yeah, there's one in the kitchen. She's talking about the 35mm camera in the kitchen. I'm like, I don't think. He's talking about security cameras or something like that. No, I don't know. That camera's gonna help us. The cop, he goes, you checked everywhere, right? The burglar's not here anymore. I'm like, oh shit, no. I forgot. I was so excited about the ladder leap into the house, stuck the landing, whatever. I didn't hear anyone. I kind of checked the basement book to see if things were rustled up, but I didn't check for like live human beings. So I'm like, all right, computer stuff can wait, I guess. I don't know. We can do that. Quick scan if you need. Just the cop draws his gun. Starts walking towards the basement. Now remember, my mom and I have been in this house for hours. I abandoned my mom there to go get White Claws from a friend. The cop's walking down the stairs. He goes, it's the bottom. He goes, hey, if you're down here, come out with your hands up. The burglar did end up being down there, but that'd have been pretty crazy, right? If he was down there the whole time. That would have been wild. I've had nightmares about that exact same thing. So finally the cop does all his dumb stuff, searching stuff, whatever, I don't know. Finally I get to tell him about the computer. There's a history, he was here for 5 hours, isn't that crazy? The cop's like, yeah, whatever, man. I gotta get back to the garage and see what's going on. Just chill out, man. I tell him about it, the cop's like, all right, I'll take a look. So the cop goes to the computer. It's on the history. He goes back once. Goes back to the Facebook login screen. The burglar's email address auto-fills on the Facebook login screen. Not only that, but the format of his email is first initial, last name @gmail.com. So the cop gets on his radio and he goes, hey, dispatch, like, do you have an M. Horkel in the system? So quick, the lady's like, yeah, we got a Matthew Horkel. I don't know, he's got like all sorts of home burglaries, domestic violence, strangulation, all that stuff. I'm like, good thing you check the basement, I think. I don't know. Big trouble is what I would say. So yeah, man, so that's the guy, Matthew Horkel. Ended up, the cop, gets all that done, he's collecting evidence, he's looking around and goes, man, this guy really made himself at home. He was even drinking some White Claws. He's like, oh, those are mine, officer. Sorry about that, man. Chips and hummus are his, White Claws are mine. The cop literally said back to me, he goes, yeah, no laws while you're drinking claws. Like, I don't think you can have a gun and say that. I don't know if that's... I thought Matthew Horkel wasn't drinking White Claws when I was doing this, or we would not have a case right now. We would be screwed. He stole a bunch of my mom's mail. She was very worried. Very worried. First things first, she's like, he stole my mail, how am I supposed to pay my bills now? What? She's like, send me the bills, I pay them, send the thing back, they're paid. You don't know about paying your bills online right now, Mom? Did you just get burgled in the 21st century? What is going on? You learned about paying your bills online? I got a new 10 minutes. This might be a pretty good night for us. She's pretty worried. She goes, they could have my social security number on it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting my identity stolen. I'm like, this guy doesn't even know about incognito mode on the computer. I'm pretty sure not doing cyber crimes. Okay. Everything ended up A-okay-ish. I don't know. What I want everyone to take away from this story, very important thing, is this guy's email address. Now, mhorkel@gmail.com is this guy's email address. I don't know if it's ever going to come up in like a legal precedent situation. Breaking into a lot of houses on Washington State's most wanted list, so I don't know. You or anyone you know, mhorkel@gmail.com. Do not even think about sending in photos of your genitalia. Don't even think about it. Don't think about sending photos of other people's genitalia or random disease genitalia that you find online. Don't even think about it. Every time you go to a website, a little thing pops up that says, hey, you want to sign up for our newsletter? Don't even think about putting in mhorrible@gmail.com. Don't go to the Scientology website and express interest as Matthew Horrible, mhorrible@gmail.com. Don't even think. You know what? You guys are getting ideas. Let's do a pledge together. Everyone right hands in the air, please. Right hands in the air. Repeat after me. I solemnly swear I will not cyberbully Matthew John Horrible via the email address mhorrible@gmail.com. M-H-O-R P as in Paul E-L@gmail.com. I appreciate this back. Thank you so much for doing that. The white claw is pretty full. Sorry, I looked down. I know, that was a pretty big thing there. Sorry, I was drinking a white claw. Sorry, I'm not done yet. You guys can do that again later. That felt pretty good. It was like a thank you for M-Horrible. Did I tell you guys about my Fitbit that I got? No, I didn't. I got a Fitbit. They're excited. Big year for me. Got a Fitbit. Very exciting for me. I felt like I had to because I got an air fryer. I'm like, I gotta balance this out somehow. Eating mozzarella sticks for dinner 2 nights a week, and I'll be keeping on. So it's going good, man. I've been keep track of my heart rate, which is fun. First time it ever went off about my heart rate, I was making a quesadilla at the time. My watch started going off like, keep it up and you are crushing it. You are in the fat burn zone. I don't know what happened, man. Like, I think what happened looking back, I think like, you know when you see a beautiful person, you're very attracted to it, your heart flutters, your heart rate elevates a little bit? I think that's what happened. I think I looked at this quesadilla and was like, oh shit. It's about to go down. That is the day I learned the Q in LGBTQ stands for quesadilla. Did not know that. No one's wished me a happy Pride Month. That's okay. People are still learning, figuring it out. That's okay. Next year, 2022. So that's good. And, I've been doing it on the app. I'm all in on the Fitbit. Doing the app, logging my stuff, doing my steps, getting badges for accomplishing things. I got a badge for losing 150 pounds. Very impressive. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. The key to getting that badge for me was accidentally logging my weight wrong one morning. I forgot a 0 and Fitbit lost its mind. I go, what, you weigh 17 pounds, dude? Congratulations. What? I went and corrected it, and Fitbit played it very cool. They're like, don't worry about it, man. We'll be all right. You're going to get back down to that 20-pound range before you know it. All right, dude. Things are going good, man. We're doing comedy in real places. I've been doing comedy in like Seattle and Tacoma. I'm like trying to explain to them, because they've been locked down since before COVID even happened. They're like, 2019, like, I don't know, I feel something in the air. We're going to get back inside and lock down. Doing comedy over there, trying to explain to them, like, being in Spokane, like, I can drive half an hour that way at any point in time. It's like COVID was never even a thing at all. You know, crossing the border is like walking through the wardrobe into Narnia. Mr. Tumnus is there for some reason as a crowd. Been spending some time up in like the Priest Lake, Priest River area. Some rich folks came down for the show, appreciate it. Priest River is such a small town, true story. One building in town is half animal hospital, half thrift shop. Sounds a little weird, but it is a great place to pick up a cheap fur coat that's only been worn once. So, That's a whole joke. So yeah, I miss like real travel, international travel. I miss that. It's coming back soon. I miss it. Love it so much. Like before COVID, I was doing shows up in Vancouver, Canada, international sensation. What some people are saying. Pretty incredible. So stayed at a hostel while I was up there in Vancouver because I don't know, get that international travel experience. It was the cheapest place I could legally stay. So I was in this room, 3 beds. I was in the middle bed. German dude on the left, Japanese dude on the right. It's like, man, if our grandfathers could see us now, this is crazy, dude. This is crazy. If this would have happened back then, this things would be way different, dude. I would not have the middle bed, I'll tell you that much right now. Lay down on my bed, start getting comfortable. I see some note card, some business cards left on my nightstand. I go, hey, are these you guys? They go, no, some smelly old Russian dude left those. All right, I'm gonna see what his business was up here in Vancouver. So pick him up. Best business cards I have ever seen in my life. On them, just 3 words printed. I eat ass. It's always, and I immediately understood. You're supposed to just go up to a girl at a bar and be like, hey, can I give you a card? And then she looks at it and you just go, show the German dude Dominique, he thinks it's the funniest thing he's ever seen in his life. Show the Japanese dude Yuri, he has no idea of what is going on. English is not his first language, has no idea. Dominique are trying to explain to him what eating ass is. It's not going well. The Wi-Fi at the hostel is terrible, so you can't just bring up a video. It goes on for a long time. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk about this anymore. Yuri, Dominique, let's go. Let's hit the town. Get on a train, let's go downtown, let's figure this out. Let's have a great time. I bring the business cards with me. I go, Yuri, I know you don't know what these mean, but you're going to be handing these to women tonight. You're going to find out what it means real quick, I'm pretty sure. On the train down, Dominique and I are still like futilely trying to explain to him what eating ass is. Well, my Dominique has his feet up in the air and I'm pantomiming the other half of the equation. Finally get downtown, everyone else on the train was very excited to see that we had reached our destination. We put Yuri in charge. We go, hey buddy, you're in charge, what do you want to do, man? Name the bar, let's go there, let's do that. And in very broken English, Yuri said, I want to party, and I want to eat ass. I miss international travel as a point of that story, so if you're interested after the show, I do have business cards that just say I eat ass. They're in bundles because they're not going to work the first time. Those are great for people, like if that's what you're into, you can have, or if everyone has a friend who's like, I'm single, I can't find anyone, I've tried everything. Like, well, give these a shot. I don't know, worth a shot, I guess, I don't know. And I also have these shirts, you guys won't be able to see them, but they're based on that Priest River joke. They say Priest River, secondhand wares and animal cares is what those say on them, so you can get those. If you buy a shirt, you actually have a great opportunity to help that thrift shop, animal hospital up in Priest River. If you buy a shirt and then go donate it to the thrift shop, they'll probably make some money. I don't know. Whatever you do, is $20. So those are there. It's an option. No pressure. Did just have to pay to fix my car, which was it's so frustrating, man. I paid $1,000 to get my 2003 Jeep Liberty back up to where it runs. That's it. Look, you spend $1,000, usually you're buying a new TV or flight somewhere. So you're elevating your life. I just spent $1,000 just to get my life back up to the shitty spot it was in before. I paid $1,000 just to get back up to cruising altitude. So frustrating, man. Like I have the bank account of a guy that should definitely try and fix his car himself with the mechanical knowledge of someone who definitely should not do that. Can we give a round of applause for some of the heroes on our people that make YouTube videos on how to fix basic shit on cars? That was so nice and friendly. I didn't do a headlight replacement. I had to do that. That was very fun. I got the headlights swapped out thanks to the help of some old Tennessee guy. I don't know, man, but I got it swapped out, but then I couldn't get the fixture like locked back into place. Fight with it forever. Finally, I had a great idea. I'm like, you know what? I got another headlight. I'll undo that one so that I see how it goes back into place. I had 2 headlights I couldn't get back into place. an embarrassing trip to O'Reilly's, I'll tell you that much right now. I had to wait till the next morning when the sun came up. I hate those places, man. O'Reilly's, Napa Auto Parts, AutoZone, worst places on earth, in my opinion. Every time I walk into one, I feel like a grandma walking into GameStop to buy her grandson a Christmas present. Like, needs some help. Should work on the Nintendo, is that gonna be okay? Last time I was there, I was buying oil, and I walked past the windshield wipers. I was like, you know what? $20 for a pair of windshield wipers, that's a great deal. I'll do that. I'm on the whip, you know? I'll do it. Get this thing going. So I got these windshield wipers, went to the counter, went home, changed my oil, and then I looked up a video on how to install the windshield wiper. Went, opened it up, turned out they sell windshield wipers in single blades. I did not know that. Like, I guess I'm getting a single windshield wiper, this will be okay. I only ever sit on the driver's side of my car, so this should be fine. Should be okay. Get it installed. It's the worst windshield wiper I have ever had in my life. It's leaving streaks everywhere. At one point, the blade starts falling off, and I have to push it back onto the windshield wiper. It goes on for months. Finally, I'm driving my coat for lunch one day. Tell him about it. He goes, hey buddy, that blade that you push back on there? Yeah, that's a protective sleeve they put on it in the packaging. Did not cover that in the YouTube video. All right, that's my last joke. I'm actually done now. Thank y'all for coming out.